We refocused the company almost 3 years ago to focus specifically on video on demand into the set-top box in the home. So a very refined argument of how do we solve for a specific problem of programmers having their programming on video on demand, but not being able to insert new ads into that content. So we set out to solve a very specific problem. Fast forward to 3 years later to today in this conference, we have now a footprint of over 30 million homes across Time Warner, across all of Comcast, starting now rolling out on Bright House and then to have Cox by the end of the year. So the footprint is fairly large. We have over 140 programmers that are signed up to use the platform. And we now see an average of over 200 campaigns, ad campaigns come through the platform on average on a weekly basis. So we really think those are good measures of success, that it's taking off. Certainly plenty of room to grow, but that since we refocused the company, we're really excited with the progress we've made. All of this success and the volume that we had really backs up to a few years ago with the programmers and the MVPDs working out their business arrangements around VOD. That's really what it came down to, where the operators said, we want more of your better content, and the programmers said, well, we'll do that for you, but we need dynamic ad insertion in order to be able to monetize it. We had 2 billion ad insertions that we did back in 2013. We just passed, back in May, 3 billion for this year alone. So we've already blown away more insertions in the first part of this year than we did all of last year. Previously, in past years, kids programming was very big. It was a babysitter, sit here and watch Cartoon Network, sit and watch Nickelodeon. Since the programmers have been putting more content on there, we've seen a spike in what's called TV entertainment or prime time. So a lot of your broadcast network shows from ABC, CBS, NBC, those have now surpassed kids in the last year. So we see a lot of volume happening there, which makes complete sense. As far as advertising categories, we've seen it all over the map, come in from pharma to movie studios to automotive. And what's nice too is advertisers are using the capabilities of the platform, meaning before dynamic ad insertion, all you could have was an evergreen ad in there. It just ran for the month, and you had to put something pretty generic in there. What we see now with the movie studio business is that you will see classic movie studio creative, such as 2 weeks before the program, oh, coming in 2 weeks. And then 3 days before, coming this Thursday. And then on the weekend, oh, the weekend's top grossing box office. Those types of creatives, you're able to swap those in and out now with dynamic ad insertion. It no longer needs to be a static message. From a Canoe platform, because we cater to the national programmers, we deal with their needs right now. We don't deal on the local MSO inventory that some others focus on in the VOD space. So because of that, we don't really deal with addressable right now. We deal really what we call scheduling, and that is that the programmer can schedule an ad the way they do with linear TV today. So by time or by series, things like that. So on the TV side, a national programmer doesn't do addressability to a local DMA zone. Right? That's just something they don't do, so we don't do that today. Technology-wise, we totally could expand into the addressability game when our programmers or our MVPDs want us to, but for right now, we're focused on bringing scale to scheduling an ad the way you do on linear for national programmers.